so about me and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. How did the lady go miss? Her she was magic, she mixed. Met her at one of the functions, we caught her the rhythm. She caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kicked it.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked, can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that could do what I done.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Miami Dolphins.
Dixon set to kick off.
It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. Now this will make it into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
22-yard line.
Clock now on first down. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
Complete.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
To throw it is Locke. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
That's good.
That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Again, the ball carrier.
You'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Locke. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's James. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10.
I'm here all day. Right there, 54, right there.
He will push his way down to about the 14. There to stop him was Carlton Davis.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Right there, 56. Watch the run, 56 to Mike.
On the ground, it's Cook. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
17-yard line.
Let's go now, let's go now, let's go now. And Lobo, 54. No gain on this defense, no gain. Mike 54. Mike 54. Let's go.
Locke working out of the gun. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. Then he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game, because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. So 4 plays, Charles, all passes here on the opening drive and already in the red zone.
And even if you're planning for them to throw the football a lot, on the opening drive, if they go 4 for 4 on you, you're off balance on defense. I've been there before. And part of you keeps thinking, they've got to run it at some point, right? They've got them really mixed up at this point. If I were them, I'd keep pressing the advantage. They're throwing it really well.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done, because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And the Bears are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
As I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now he just wants...
And this is going to be intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Dolphins are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Now Cook. And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Dalvin Cook, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
He'll let this go deep for Rook, and that's caught inside the 30. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Henry Ruggs. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense? And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off around the 37. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
They'll take over.
Well, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline.
And now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter.
Bears 14, Dolphins 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Cook. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
A loss of 2 yards. It's 3rd and 9.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Bears 14, Dolphins 7.
Focusing on me, from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets, distinctive destinations, all I want to see. Oceanfront residences, 3 different ones a week. Cause I deserve that. It's time to learn.
Month 56. Double dog, that's the way.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. Open man has got one. It's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. On play action, Lock. That ball complete to Isabella. Fights through, and now a crease. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Andy Isabella, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts. All right, because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 47-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Ready? Right there. 54. Right there. 54.
From the gun, it's Locke. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. Shotgun snap to Locke. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Bears take over
at their own 19-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
And the Bears 1st down.
Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play action. Now Jackson under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Switch up.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Jackson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring it back. It's It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Makes the score Dolphins 21, Bears 14.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. So that'll back him up 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Jackson from the shotgun. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he gets it to Funchess, complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 42-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
50 seconds, come on. 50 seconds, come on. Ricky.
From the gun, it's Jackson. This is the tight end fan. Touchdown, Chicago! Noah Fant, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. McManus now for the extra point. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21.
That ties the game at 21 apiece. Michael Dixon set to kick off.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Fielded in the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun. Block. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. And taken right on the 30. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
46-yard line.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And the Bears first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Justin Reed. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
A gain of 6 there on first.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. This one caught by Isabella. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
From the gun, Locke. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
On first down, it's Cook. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left.
That's another.
A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime.
Field goal. A 32-yard attempt.
Blankenship's kick is good. And with it, they'll take the lead at 24-21. So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Man, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
Loss of 2 yards. And it's third down.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Tavon Young. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Take over first and 10 at the 43-yard line.
56.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Lock going to throw. Setting up the screen for Cook. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Lock. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And he's taken down inside the 30. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
Johnson with a completion over the middle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there. And there we saw completion.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lock. That'll be complete to Cook. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? On the option, Locke will keep it. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Right there.
On 2nd down now, it's Strickland. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll try and power it home here with a fullback Johnson. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2.
Brought down.
No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
Play leads to 2nd and goal at the Bears.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? They'll run for it with Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Here we go. Set. 60 orange. 54. Here we go. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
To throw in his lock. This will be caught at about the 5. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Play action. It's Jackson. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Tavon Young. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll run with Cook. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Gain on the play leads to 2nd and goal at the Bears' 8-yard line.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Block working out of the gun. This will be caught just inside the 10. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. Blankenship's kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back now in Miami. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. They'll run on 1st down. Sherwood. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They'll keep it on the ground. Sherwood. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
1st down, Chicago.
Let's go. 70 Lion. I'm coming for you.
They go play action with Jackson. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear 1st down.
And the Bears 1st down.
Jackson now. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. To throw again, Jackson. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great. And they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum right there.
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
At the 14-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Number 48.
A great effort there. With touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. McManus's point after is good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Michael Dixon set to kick off.
So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. Taken in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
At the 26-yard line.
Here's Locke. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Locke. Complete to his tight end, Seth DeValve. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. And it's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Miami. That's taken on the 25. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7 at their 49-yard line.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll keep it on the ground. Sure would. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Sure would. 20! And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a 1st down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Screen pass to Lindsey. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Bears with the football here as we welcome you back.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Here's Jackson to throw on 3rd down. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown.
Complete
Henry Ruggs with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from taking the lead in this game.
The kick is
and this one through the uprights and good.
Score, Bears 35, Dolphins 34.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll look to throw. And Cook has it left side. Not much there, only a yard.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
36-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Back to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A game there of 30 big ones. Big plays back and forth just continue. Both offenses excelling.
And I hear the excitement in your voice while you're calling this game. This hurts my soul as a defensive player, watching these teams go up and down the field and put points on the board.
Do me a favor the rest of the way. Sit back, relax, and just appreciate the offensive dominance that's going on out here.
I'll give it a shot.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Back to throw. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Back to throw. Lock. Looking for Godwin, and he's got it complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are on the field?
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. It was Ryan Glasgow who got him down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. Every eye in the stadium fixated on Rodrigo Blankenship. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Every eye in the stadium fixated on Rodrigo Blankenship.
A 30-yard attempt.
And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
37.
Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.